Hello and welcome to a 30-minute class about balance. And balance can mean a whole bunch of different things. What it means for this moment, for this season, which when I'm recording this is November, almost December, is finding what we need most, amplifying that. That's what we're lacking because we need it most. Amplifying that. Finding what we've got a little too much of, the excess, and taking it down a notch. And then really working with what we have, both excess and lacking, and kind of bringing it together to feel really good in our body and feel really good in our energy. So that transcends all seasons, but in this moment right now, we're working with rooting, warming because it's cool outside, strengthening, fortifying, really taking care of our structure. And then the balance piece of all of that in today's class is going to be the rest, meaning resting. So we're going to kind of bring some grounding, bring some heat, bring some strength and fortifying, and then we're going to rest. So in 30 minutes, it will be a little bit of everything. It's not going to be all of the intention is in this more steady, awareness-based movement. So none of it's going to be, even the warming, it's not going to be too intense. So this is going to be a really nice balanced practice that will end with that quiet rest. So go ahead and start with feet turned out, heels as wide as your shoulders, and you can always adjust that later. And take a couple breaths here. So this is obviously a little different than we normally stand, but we're just going to kind of get right into it. I want you to notice your feet. Bring attention to your legs. Find energy upwards through your spine. Soften your shoulders. And breathe. So this right here is rooting because you're getting still. You're getting quiet. Your energy is settling into the place that you're actually in instead of kind of being pulled in every direction. Take 3 more breaths. Each exhale, feel your feet and legs intentionally on the ground. On your exhale, see if you can soften your shoulders, but keep a lift in your heart. Good. Inhale, reach arms up to sky. Right away. This isn't going to be for everybody. If you can go all the way to a low squat, go for it. If you're going to be up here, stay here. That's totally fine. Inhale. Exhale. Come down as low as is safe for you. Hips are back. Knees track over toes. Inhale. Exhale. Coming right down to the earth. We'll do a couple more just like this. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to add on really simple. Inhale, side bend either way. Exhale, pull it into the squat. Inhale into opposite side bend. Exhale, pull it through center and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going a couple more times. Make a rhythm about it so that you can let your mind soften. Let your mind settle instead of letting the mind kind of direct what we do next. When the movement is simple, our brain gets to take a back seat. We'll do about 3 more each side. You don't need to count. Good. Go ahead and reach up. Exhale, hands to hips. Transition to your left toes. So we're going to kind of go right and left on the mat. Transition left toes forward. Dial your back heel, your right heel, to the ground. Widen the stance. Make sure you've got a longer stance for a warrior one. Bend that left knee. And then you're going to kind of sweep your arms up, warrior one. And then exhale, straighten left leg. Lean kind of parallel to the ground, arms back. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is your flow. So this is a little warming. Obviously a little strengthening. But what I really want our focus here is on those grounded feet and legs. So even as your body flows, even as you find movement, your feet are anchored. We're going to do 2 more full flows between the 2 poses. Good. Now kind of fold over left leg. Let your hands either touch a couple blocks or the ground. Soften and pause. And then push into left foot. Lift right leg behind you. Come up again onto blocks or fingertips. Find a more or less level back leg, right leg. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to make a tuck with the knees, nose to left knee. Inhale. Exhale. And so again, there's a lot going on, but I want you to keep the focus on that left foot, anchoring down both in the tuck but also the expand. The grounding is essential for expanding. Good. The next time your right leg is long behind you, walk your fingers back. Bend your left knee. Set your right toes down. Take a moment as you sweep up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come to the inside of left foot. Transition, we're going to go right into a Malasana. That's what we were doing, that low yogi squat. Come on here. Take a moment to pause. We never really pause in this pose. You can drop your you can keep your heels down, or if you need to lift them up, just make sure you're lifting with both heels, not just one. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to hips. Again, transition now, right toes forward. Really get that long stance on your mat. So take a little time here. Right toes are forward, left heel is down. If it feels too close, then it probably is. And then right away, we're going into our flow. So we don't pause, we go right in. Inhale into that warrior one. Exhale, straighten right leg, fold arms back. Inhale, drive through the heel of that front foot. Exhale. Inhale, grounding. Left foot behind you. Keep going with your breath. Couple more of these. Again, let your mind rest in the repetition. Let your mind rest in your grounded body. One more flow. And the next time you fold over that right leg, just stay for a moment and pause. Left heel is still grounded behind you. Give attention to your legs. And then walk hands forward, lift left leg, fingers on blocks or on just fingertips. The standing split with level hips, breathe. Big inhale, exhale, tuck, nose to right knee. Inhale, expand. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, expand. So keep going. Few more. One more full cycle. And then reach that left leg back all the way. Drop the knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down inside of right foot. Pick up that back knee. Rotate. Heel toe your feet in, so toes are out, heels are in. Drop into Malasana. And so I want you to breathe. And so this could be really good right here. It feels great on my body. As some of you know, I've had a foot injury. And so now I'm ready for mobilization after resting it for a little over a week. And so next option, nothing to do with my foot injury, but just transitioning to our next option, you can move into crow pose. I don't like crow straight from Malasana because I think it sets us up wrong. So if you'd like to go into crow, go ahead and straighten your legs. Bring your hands down. They should look like plank pose or set up for handstand. Lift your heels. Nuzzle your knees into your armpits. And then lift your feet. Breathe. Smile. Pull the belly in. Feel warmth, strength, and grounding. One more breath. And then go ahead and come down. And we're going to transition directly into seated. So whichever way you wanted to get there, gracefully from Malasana, gracefully from crow. We're going to go into a series here we're moving on, still grounded, but moving into that warming, strength building combo. So I want you to come into this prep for Navasana boat. Lift your heart. So the series is going to build an intensity. You can kind of make it what you need. So I'm going to start with the lowest intensity and just go with that, and then we're going to build. So, step 1, heels are down. If you want your whole foot down, that's fine, but heels down for just a little bit of balancing. Lift your heart. Take another breath, Navasana. Next stage, hands are going to come behind your back. And then you're just going to lift your hips up a little bit. And so that should come from mostly your core and a little bit of those shoulders, elbows pushing you up. You can do 2 or 3 just to practice. So stage 1 is Navasana, heels down, maybe holding shins, and then a little push. Arms forward, push. Maybe an inhale and an exhale. Next stage is going to be a full Navasana, just with knees bent, but feet up, heart lifted, long spine. Let's take another breath here. And then exhale, place your feet full foot down, lift all the way up into a reverse tabletop. Take an extra breath here. And then lower. Navasana. And then come down. You're going to lift. And then option, if it's right for you, you're going to touch foot to hand, down. Navasana. So that's the sequence. Let's go right into it. Back up wherever you need. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, Navasana. Inhale. Exhale, both hands and feet. Push to lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale, Navasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the hips on those inhales. Inhale. Exhale, Navasana. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. We'll do 2 more cycles. Exhale, push down, lift up. Inhale, lift those hips. Exhale. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more cycle on your own. Transition, tabletop. Hips high. Big inhale. Exhale, touch. Inhale. Exhale, touch. Inhale. Exhale, land Navasana. Breathe. Good. And then land. Come up so that you are sitting on your seat, just in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Feel the warmth in your body. Notice that that wasn't very long. Just a little bit of movement and everything changes. Extend your right leg long. Left foot to the inside of your right leg. Inhale, reach your left arm beside your ear. And exhale, reach towards right foot. We're going to go into Janusirsasana to hold, to rest. So not everyone can touch your foot. You could touch your hands around your right shin. Extend long. You kind of twist your belly over your right thigh, unless, of course, you're modifying. Take another breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, switch legs. Left leg long, right foot inside, right arm high. Exhale, twist over leg. Of course, if you can reach your foot, great. If you can't, no worries. Keep that belly twisted over left leg. And notice how sometimes rest feels much more intentional after we've warmed the body, after we've moved, given ourselves a challenge. Just kind of digest that. It doesn't have to be more than a noticing. There's a physical component to that. There's also an energetic. It's hard to feel settled when things are buzzing around. So when we shake them up, they can all of a sudden soften. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. We're going to come into a forward fold pose I don't often teach, but I think it's a really valuable one. If you feel comfortable with your feet about hips width apart, that's what I suggest. If you're pregnant or just need more space for yourself, wider feet is fine. And then I want you to take your hands to your hips like we did earlier. Really lift yourself up and then kind of pull your trunk long over your legs. Reach your hands again. Of course, they don't have to touch your feet, just kind of down towards your shins. And so as you've landed here, it's a similar pose to the one we've just done, but there's more weight involved, I find, when the whole body makes the same shape together. So soften into those places behind your legs, behind your neck, behind your heart. Just feel both the heaviness of your muscles and your bones, and also the strong structural resistance. Your bones and muscles know how to hold themselves up. So when you fold in upon yourself, there is some resistance. Just kind of be in relationship with that. Two more deep breaths, maybe exhale out of your mouth. Inhale, come up. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Take your knees close to your body and roll to one side. Of course, if you're pregnant, you might be sitting upright right now rather than laying down. And then twist your head and your right arm to the right, assuming knees went left. Opposite gaze from where your knees are pointing. Bring your top leg and then your other leg with you. And then simply cycle to the other side, keeping knees close to the body as you do so, and then looking the opposite way of your legs. So there is value to warming things up, value to supporting yourself, value to getting grounded, And then at the same time of all of those things, there's value to stepping back and just observing, resting, and noticing what's happening around you. Being a little less in charge. Go ahead and lift your top knee and then your opposite knee. Wrap your arms tightly around, again, if this is available to you, tightly around your shins so that you feel pretty small, kind of drawing everything into the center. And then go ahead and extend legs and arms wide and open, taking up a lot of space but without action. Simply being who you are, where you are right now. This might be a really good place for you to continue into resting, softening, just being. I'm going to close the class now, but I want you to continue on in whatever way you need. Have a wonderful day.